Hello everyone, I'm Kako Chrissy. Welcome back to my channel. Let's start with a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Today here, I will introduce you two pieces, almost identical. This is the piece you show you here. Is used as a feeding piece. I find this picture for you to see. You see when they do the ceremony, they put the eggs here. They'll have a piece of wood to connect it. On the top will have a feeding piece. On the bottom has a feeding piece. Most of the pieces so far we see is flat. But for this piece is very unusual, excuse me. It's an unusual shape. It's almost like a three-dimensional rounded shape. I want to go through with you with our basic way to identify an ancient jade. I mentioned before that a 4-point checkup vehicle we will review. There's no wrong or right order about it. Today we just started with what it is the design, what it is used for. Used like a feeding piece. Honestly, it's not so important piece. If it's eggs, that's the main piece. This one we have to say is a side piece, not super important. But for this, from this side piece, we can see a lot of characters of Liangzhu culture. First of all, do you notice this design? This part is nicely rounded. You see the shape. They could make a square, it's much easier, but they make a rounded the shape, match all this surface, both ends. And also they drill this holes here, outside wider, going narrow, the inside is narrow. It's amazed me if you look at it from the light, although with this distance, they're perfectly lined up. That means they put a piece of wood with a hole, with the shaft inside to stabilize the wood handle. And then they use a pin to go through here to fix this piece there, stable. And then you see they can go through the trouble, make a rounded surface here. You can sure after feeding the pin, they snap it off, make it flat. So it's very neat. For the people 4,000 years ago, this mechanical-wise is beautiful. What did you say? Well polished. Let's go through another important Liangzhu Jade character is their piece is well polished. I call it like a mirror. You see how they're reflecting the light, almost like a mirror. This glossy polish, when the Liangzhu Jade reach early part of a middle section, they really polish their piece nicely, beautifully. How they could make it, it's a very distinguished feature for the Liangzhu Jade, especially in the towards the middle to the end. This is the part. I believe is James Walter, like this book. He was the curator of a Seattle Museum. In his book, he mentioned this kind of Liangzhu jade polish is not matched during the next 2,000 years. At the very end, Warring State period, it's only a small group of jade polished so well can match with this kind of a polish. That's to tell you how rare to polish jade to this kind of finish is how difficult for those ancient people. You may say the modern days people can polish like this with a machine, no big deal. Yes, but if you think about they polished even here, this is the curve, and you notice this surface is not really flat. Not like use a modern machine can just one scrape of the polish. It's not that way. You notice this part in the center slightly high. Those detailed things, you will see how our Asian people, Liangzhu people, didn't cheat on any effort on polish this piece. It must took them a long, long time to achieve this appearance. That's the one. And then we need to go through this the jade material. This jade material, you see the stain is yellow, green, black, color mixed, right? But if you shine the light, did you see inside? That's those are common jade for Liangzhu people to use, yellowish with a green veins. On this surface is kind of their patina. Although on the top you see those wide part, this is the patina. Later I will show you on the second part of the video, use the microscope view. For now, we see the main, this part form is color. Is this jade patina also? After you see many pieces, you will realize patina is not only form those whitish things on the top. They form this jade outside. This color, that's the patina also. After we see many pieces, you will get this sense. Okay, we cover the material, patina, and this design and craftsmanship. We focus on this well-polished part, and also for the design part, you see those eyes, the dainty face. This is the basic design for Liangzhu people to unify their designs. Although on the same, almost similar dainty face, there's a slightly different design on each piece, but if you put them in category, you can see which design is the early part, which part is towards the middle part. Please refer to my book. I wrote a big few pages about this design, how to see them by the ages. So we covered this part. Let me put on the second part of video. All right, let's continue our second part. You see this That's the dainty eyes location. Here, the eyes eyeball. Let me twist it a little bit so it's not much glare. See here. When you look at the U-piece, you want to make sure those bottom part of each inside line here, those bottom part, they form the same patina as this flat surface. They should be consistent. When people, you know, the modern days, they can make a fake on this, let's say, the flat surface here. They can put in the fake looking patinas, but they can't make on those lines, on the bottom of these lines should have the same what you see from here. Okay, and also I want to show you the holes. I can't get it. Okay, here. See how the inside of the hole was made? We're lucky we have some material left here. There's like a wood stick or fabricate something. Those things have been stayed there for 1,000 years. Just let them be. One day when we do those age tests, I think those things can contribute to help identify its age by scientifically. Okay, I show you this part. You see how beautiful they form. Layers, crystallized patina on the top. You see this surface? Even modern people can polish their piece flat, like a mirror like this. But this kind of patina is grow on top of the polished surface. This the thing is created by our motherland over the 1,000 years of time. It can't be made by today by any kind of chemical wise. It's just won't form these layers, thousands of years of time there. Okay, I think even this is through these small pieces. Let me see right here. Through this side piece, we got a good peek of a Liangzhu culture by their craftsmanship and by their design, and also by how clever they use this mechanical idea and to put a shift inside the hole, use the pin to secure it, and how neatly they can make the surface to flat after they put the pin in. It's quite amazing, isn't it? Imagine what kind of a thing they use to pin through here. They don't have metal. Must be some fish bone or something. Can't be the thread. It's a beautiful piece. I hope you enjoy it. And also, yes, I want to mention, you see here, I have two almost identical pieces here. Asian piece, most of the time, if you are lucky, you will get them in pair. When they created they created by the pair, by the philosophy, yin and yang, they all pair them together. So if you can, if you have the chance to have get them in pair, keep them in pair, please. They have been together for a couple of thousand years. Next time I show you one mistake I made. I aparted them on one piece. I still regret it. So if you can, you made a pair piece, keep them together. All right. Let's close out with a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you next time.